going, everybody? We are the Twin Coconuts, aka, well, we are Jay and Harrison, aka the Twin Coconuts, and welcome to the first episode of the Nutty podcast.
Now,
go on.
Now, bear with us a little bit, obviously, because this is our first ever podcast. I know we talk a lot and we talk a lot of shit, so we have got quite a lot to talk to you about. We thought this Nutty podcast idea may be pretty quality. Let's see what you think.
We've been saying we're going to work on a podcast for a while. This is it. Like I said, this is our first episode. We've got a basic idea of what we're going to talk about, which is finding your frequency. This is all about happiness, this podcast, by the way.
Now, there's many different, frequencies you can follow. I've put some bullet points down here, but basically, it's about improving your life and evolving yourself. So this is a good podcast to stay around if you want to evolve in life and evolve with us.
We are evolving at the same time.
Everybody is evolving.
We're all evolving through this life at the same time. We're all gaining knowledge at the same time.
Well, I gotta say this. When you go to the gym, you are technically stronger than you was yesterday, better than you was yesterday. That day, you've evolved. How much better does these wordings sound? You know, when you eat healthy, I've evolved today. I am better than I was yesterday. You got to word yourself, mind yourself with this types of mind activity rather than the negative shit belief you keep doing.
Basically, we all have our own we all have that thing that puts us in that frequency of peace, whether it be, let's say, going for a run. And when you come back, you feel good. So it was like your frequency, it's like a guidance, do it again. So what I've written here is a few notes. What helps me find my frequency is presence. Now we cannot emphasize, I think we both agree on this, how presence, meaning awareness of the silence around you, will help anybody out in life, because when you focus on silence, as Harrison can agree with, it slows the mind down, if you're lucky enough, and shuts it off, where you can actually see and see what makes you feel happy, see what your frequency is.
Not just that though, you can also see what type of limiting beliefs you've got. Say for example, you sit with your mind for a while and you go, you know what, I'm not going to identify with this crap. I'm just going to listen. I'm going to listen to what goes on. I'm going to listen to what negative beliefs I'm giving myself. I'm going to listen to reasons why maybe some people are overweight. Why am I overweight? How many times do I pick up that Snickers bar? Well, I know. I just have no self-discipline. Yeah, evolution. People don't realise that they're addicted to the phones. I want you to try something. Who's got Facebook, Instagram and all that? Just delete the app for one day.
Delete it in general.
I just want to know, it's a serious test. Delete that for one day. And I want you to count how many times you're automatically picking your phone up. Because what happens when you delete the app, you pick your phone up, you go on the app, you don't even know it. And, what am I actually doing on my phone? Because there's no app there anymore. And all of a sudden you realise, holy shit, I'm picking this phone up so much throughout the day. Delete those media. I am telling you now, they're selling you with shit as well.
Something which we should have written down there is addiction to phones, and whether I think we need to admit
addiction in general.
I think we need to admit that as humans have addictive qualities. Even it might not be as conscious to you, but for example, your phone going on all the time, doing this all the time, which is what I do. I'll have it there and I'll just do this. That's a pure addiction. Yeah. It's pure addiction to the phone, like Harrison said.
Don't get me wrong though, if you want to do that, go ahead. You may not be aware of it. This is the problem. People are not aware of this shit.
Equilibrium.
I, for example, would drink last year coffee after coffee after coffee after coffee. Maybe 6 cups in the morning. This is no joke, this. I still have a cup of coffee now, about 6 cups in the morning.
I will have 8.
Every single day, I would have 6 cups in the morning. It took me 6 months to actually go to myself and admit, you know what? I'm drinking too much coffee. See, the thing is, I knew I was drinking too much coffee throughout the whole experience. But because I was enjoying it, my mind would just go, you know what? Just throw that out. It's not a problem yet until it becomes a problem. This is how the mind works. Realise it and look at your limiting beliefs that you're doing to yourself today. What things are you doing that you really don't want to do? For example, when I go to bed at night, I always write down the things that I wish I would accomplish that day. And the next day, you guarantee that my body will be like, you don't want to do that. Come on. You stay in bed a bit longer. And then a lot of people follow these emotions and then become that slob, for example.
Listen, it's all about, what I think, raising your vibration. Now, your vibration can raise through a lot of things. Through watching a video of me and Harrison can raise somebody's vibration. But whatever,
people told us this.
But whatever raises your vibration with dignity, obviously, go for that. Mm-hmm. You always need to focus on the good things, and you need to be aware and you need to be conscious of what's going on in your head. Because take it from me, who's a guy who has had a fair share with anxiety and self-limiting beliefs, we are unconscious of how many negative thoughts that are going on through our head, and it literally changes the perspective of our world. So we're walking around, and if we're thinking sad things subconsciously now, because it's become an addiction, we feel that way. So meditation is key, and focusing on the good things in life, like what you've got, the phone you've got, for example, the home you've got. Don't focus on any negative. Don't point out any negatives in your consciousness. Only point your attention on good things. That might be hard at first because you have a tendency to go to negative things.
Because you're addicted as well. Let me say something as well. If you think of a negative thought, I want to ask you how you feel. You feel negative. You know, your body responds in a negative manner. You think of something bad and your body goes, ooh. Because your body don't know the difference from a thought and actual experience. You think of something good and watch yourself, how you feel. Oh, yeah, I feel good. Tell me how many people in this world are constantly degrading themselves. Mm-hmm. You need to start raising your vibrations. Mm-hmm. I am amazing. You know what? I may not be fit right now, but I will be. Not it's in my DNA. You will be. So you got to start telling yourself things that you actually want to experience. Like I was saying before about this journal can change a life. If at night time...
Tell them to get a journal.
Get a journal. Get a journal. It's a very good investment.
Just get
let's say, for example, and I read this off the great... Oh, God, I'm such an idiot right now.
Was he
Paradigm Shifter.
Oh, Paradigm Shifter. There's a load of them. Was it Bob Proctor you're about?
Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor's someone brilliant you should look up to. He was 26, same age as me, and
he's all about manifestation. He is all about manifestation.
Look, when you go to bed, take a look and think, what do I want? If you want abs, great. If you want a six-pack, great. If you want to get fit, whatever. But look at the things you want, and then look at the things you're doing that's not obtaining that thing. And then write your stuff down at night time, what you wish you want to do. I want to eat healthy, I want to work out. And then when you wake up and you feel like you don't want to do it, because a lot of people don't, realize that's an emotion. Emotion in your body that you have to overcome. You have to get past that. And every time you get past that emotion dies down. But if you follow the emotion, if you follow the belief of, I'm tired, you will feel tired, you will not do it, and you will stay in that paradigm you're in. You have to change it. We all know going to the gym is hard, but do it for 2 weeks and all of a sudden, I want to go gym, I love the gym. Eat healthy for a week, and you want to eat healthy. You're changing your paradigm right now.
Maybe if you're not even old enough to say to go to the gym. Because
no, it goes in every aspect of life.
If you are somebody who struggles with anxiety, it's usually anxiety comes from a thought. It's like a thought.
Every bit of anxiety comes from a thought.
A thought comes, and then you believe the thought, and you believe it into existence, and then you get anxiety. So what we're getting at is, although it's good to do exercise, it's mainly about being awareness. It might sound confusing to a lot of people, but as these thoughts come, instead of being the thoughts, because a lot of people believe they are the thoughts, even though we have like 250,000, 200, I don't know how many it is.
And you have no idea how many your brain filters out.
200,000 thoughts a day or something.
More than that.
But you just filter out the most important ones, and you claim that you're thinking. And when you get to the level of understanding that you are not your thoughts, they just run by you like a cloud, you separate yourself from them, and you don't realise how much more peace
and how much more power you have, and how much more you can achieve.
How much more power, how much more choice you have. Because then you have a choice whether you can... So if you get a negative thought then, or a negative belief, you have a choice whether to go into that. You're aware now. So you choose to ignore the negative thoughts, because every negative thought comes with a vibrational package. So if it's a negative thought and you go into that, you feel the vibe...
Tell me how you feel after a row.
Yeah, exactly, the negative energy of it. When a negative thought arises, let it go. Watch it go, and then wait for a better one to come, and put your attention onto that. And open that package of energy. And when you open that energy, you feel it. When you watch one of our videos, for example, if anybody, or any other video, any other YouTuber, and you feel that happiness energy, you're accessing the same place of what we're saying when we say, ignore the limiting beliefs and follow only positive vibrations, because that is the track, that is your intuition telling you to go into that place.
I want to add something to that. Whenever, like Jay says, somebody watches our video, and because we've had plenty of messages telling people, I really like your videos, you make me feel happy, when especially going for a bad time and all that, it's beautiful. I absolutely love those messages, because it's happened with us, with other YouTubers we watch, but we didn't do nothing. I absolutely do nothing. Every emotion was produced in your mind, through your thinking, these make me feel happy. This video is so real, I can calm myself down here. In reality, you've got that power all the time. It's just our key of learning how to access it. Meditation is that. Meditation will allow you to go, you know what? I'm the one in control of this shit. Not all these beliefs that my parents give me, maybe. Maybe your parents give you a belief that you don't even know about. I'm just like my dad, it's in our DNA. No, you like your dad because you're copying your dad. You like your mum because you're copying your mum. Well, this is how you're following other people's things. All like that. You don't realise it, but you're just looking up to people and how to act to people. And if you're not happy, it's fine if you're happy. But if you're not happy in the way you are, you can change that. Yeah. It's amazing. You can change
perspective. Life is a perspective. As I get older, I mean, I'm 26 now. I've still got a lot of experience in life to go.
Hopefully.
But as I'm 26, nearly 27, I've learned that life, the way I've experienced it, is all perspective.
Okay.
So when I've been in my depression times, in my anxious times, I look back in retrospect now and I can all say it's just a frame of mind. I was believing in this linear story of thoughts. The same thing, just a thought, yet not realising that just behind the thought, if I was just to focus my attention on the silence in between the thoughts or behind the thoughts, whichever way you want to put it, I would come to that level of peace, which is what we're searching for anyway.
That's
when we play games, when we buy phones, when we do this, that and the other, we're buying it because it takes us to that place behind the thoughts, the peace, because it shuts the ego up for a minute or two when you're buying materialistic things.
17 or 18, that's when I was diagnosed with clinical depression, whatever it is. You know, somebody said, "Oh, are you feeling sad?" I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Oh, here's some antidepressants, some clinical depression." I carried that till about 22 years old. I have clinical depression. Everybody, I've got clinical. I thought I had something, and I became that role.
Identified.
I became that role of until I was like, you know what? I don't want this anymore. And you'd be surprised the radical shifts in your life and your mentality and the way you feel you can have overnight. But because I believed this new story, just like you can believe any story, I have clinical depression. I felt like that type of depressed person.
Choose a powering one. Choose an empowering one. Like this one. I am invincible. Even though your senses on the external world might not seem that way, you have to internally believe it. You have to fake it until you make it.
I'll tell you what a better belief is. Just believe we're all one.
Everything's perfect.
Everything's
Although it doesn't seem that way.
In reality, it's your mind that's making the problem.
Fire won't help. So believe in the peace, radiate that peace, and watch what comes from that peace. Because the body, like I already said, doesn't know the difference between a thought and a real event. That's why when you go to the movies, a scary movie, you know you're consciously not in any danger, yet your body's panicking because you believed it into existence. It's all perception. We're telling you to change it into a positive light.
Get that. Don't look at any other body as a beacon of light. Become your own beacon of light and watch everybody else around you glow. Honestly, you become the beacon of light and everybody else becomes your fuel all of a sudden. And then all of a sudden you're lighting the world up and you're not looking for the light. You are the light. If everybody becomes their own light, watch what tremendous changes this world will have. Instead, everybody's looking for light, looking for excuses, looking for external things to get rid of that instead of becoming, you know what, I am the empowering one. Not this man that wants the newest phone. Not this man that wants this. You are it.
There's nothing wrong with having that.
No, nothing wrong.
Make sure it doesn't take over you.
It's when it starts to affect your life. It's fine if it's not. But if it does, you're with the message from the boys. Hope you had a good day. This is Nutty Podcast.
Tell us what you think of this podcast in the comment section. Peace, guys.